Hey guys, I'm Allison the Fix-It Chick. Today you're in for a treat. I found this headboard and footboard for free at the end of a curb, and I'm gonna turn it into a bench. Uses of a bench. You could sit on it, sleep on it, you could lay on it, you can lay on it, you can read a book on it, watch fabulous Fix-It Chick videos on it, or you could just throw pillows on it and tell people not to sit on it, like my mother does in the living room. Get off my carpet. I love that it has this basket weave piece in it because that's very Farmchic, and the bottom has it too. So this is going to become the front of the bench, and this is the back of the bench, and I'm going to cut it down a little bit so it fits my derriere as I sit, because right now it's a little tall. But after I paint it white, it's going to be gorgeous. Just wait. Guys, we're in Home Depot and we're gonna pick up some lumber, some plywood, and some fasteners for the bench. We're just getting a few 2x4s. Alright, we're just getting two 4x4s, which are gonna be the posts. Alright, so on the sides of the bench, I'm gonna fancy it up a little bit, and I'm gonna put shiplap, so I need 3 1x4s. And then for the seat part, which we're gonna put our little honeys on, we're gonna get 2 3/4 inch sanded plywood pieces. Oh, hello there. I'm just picking out some fasteners, aka nuts and bolts. Whee! Okay, so the first step we're going to do is take these posts off. So I have my Allen wrench, and we're just going to unscrew it. Okay, so now that we have the post off, I want to transfer a hole exactly where the posts had holes into the new 4x4. This one has a pretty big gap where the newel post on top is going to be, and I just bought a new one for mine. So I only want to come down about 1.5 inches. So I want to find 1.5 inches down, and I want to find the center. I'm going to measure 1.5 inches here. And I already know this is 3.5 because it's a 4x4. So I want to measure 1 3/4. And that is my center hole. Then what I'm going to do is measure the center of this hole to this hole, which is 23 and about 11/16. So then I'm going to take this measurement and do exactly the same thing, 23 and 11/16. And I'm going to mark that, and that's where the other hole is going to be. Okay. Easy. So I'm now going to drill the holes where I had marked with my drill press, but if you don't have that, you could just use a hand drill. Do you love my laser light? Okay, right now I'm going to counterbore this hole so you won't see the nut when I put it together on the other side. I'm going to go down about 1/2 inch. Voila. Alright, I have the post, and now I'm just bolting it to the headboard. Just going to make sure you line up where the hole is. Get that started a little bit. There we go. Now we're putting post on the base. So I'm just going to show you quickly how I came up with the frame. So the length of the headboard and the footboard is 72 inches. So I'm going to have 2 2x4s that are 72 inches. And then in between here is going to be 17 inches. And I'm going to put 3 pieces of 2x4 that's going to connect both of the 72 inch ones. And that's going to sit inside the headboard and the footboard. It's going to be the frame that holds them together. Okay, I'm cutting my first piece, which is 72 inches. And get ready, my friends. The exhaust is going on, because my shop is nifty. There we go, first piece done. Alright, so now I'm putting my frame together, and I'm just marking where I'm going to be putting my fasteners. So to start, where I put my marks, I'm going to drill a countersink hole. And then I'm going to take 2-inch screws and drill them in to connect the two pieces. Okay, so I made the exterior, and now I'm just going to find out where the center is. And I hope this goes in like a glove. And now I'm just going to do the same thing and screw this to these. Okay, I have the frame inserted and I've clamped it to the headboard and the footboard. I just wanted you guys to see what the frame looks like inside of it now that it's all put together. Okay, I'm just going to use a center punch, which is going to make it easier to drill my holes. And I'm going to put it into the metal here. See, and it makes a little divot. I'm just drilling a hole, and I'm starting out with a small drill bit, and then I'm going to increase in size. And we just want to make it go through the metal and into the wood. Okay, I bought these carriage bolts at Home Depot when I was there yesterday. And I put them in where we just drilled the hole, and then I'm going to use a flat washer, a lock washer, and a nut to secure it to the back. And it looks like this. Carriage bolt, flat washer, lock washer, nut. And I just did the same thing on the back with the carriage bolts and the nuts. Okay, now I'm going to work on the seat. I have 2 pieces of plywood here, and I'm going to cut them 36 by 21.5, and I'm going to put 2 of them together to make the whole seat. So I set my fence to be 21.5 inches to the blade, and then I use a nifty little feather board on the other end here, so it's going to hold the wood in perfectly straight, so when I push through, the blade cuts a straight, perfect line. So I'm drilling and countersinking holes into the seat that we just cut, and that's going to attach to the frame that we already made. Now I'm just putting the screws in. Alright, let's try it out. Alright, not too shabby. Just hang out on my bench tonight. Maybe I'll sleep on it. Alright, so we're up to the very last part. We're going to be putting shiplap on the sides right here in between these 2 4x4s. Actually going to be putting 2 pieces of wood as reinforcement to attach the shiplap, but we are so close to being finished. We're almost finished. We're doing the dance. Oh, hello there. So I'm just putting in a piece of wood that's going to keep these 2 pieces from moving. It's just a support system, and I'm just going to drill the holes in now. I wanted to find my screw. Oh, here we go. I just wanted to make sure it was level, and I'm gonna screw it in. Okay, so I cut my shiplap pieces, and I'm gonna do something a little bit fancy. This is a Craig routing table. It makes a finishing edge on pieces of wood. So pretend this is my shiplap pieces, and this is what it's gonna do when it comes together. So it just makes it a little fancier. Capiche? Okay, and then these are all the different bits that you can use to make the finishing edges on the wood. I put one in already, and I'm just going to show you how I rip a few pieces down. So I'm just going to attach the shiplap to the side. I have a few pieces of wood behind it already, and I'm just going to use my nail gun and attach. And I'm just going to go all the way down. I'm just putting a piece of decorative molding across the top here just so it finishes it off a little bit. We're just drilling a hole in the center of these posts, and I'm going to insert the newel posts. Yes, I'm eyeballing this. Don't do this at home, friends. Ta-da! Okay, now that I have my hole, these are called thread inserts, and that's what the newel post will be screwed into. And it looks like this. And they have little prongs on the back, and that's what's going to drive into the wood. So you're just going to line it up with the hole that you just made, and you're just going to hammer it in. And then this will get screwed in oh so pretty. And that's that. Aside from painting, this baby's done. Woo! I'm finished. Houston, we have a problem. Do you remember when I was banging this T-nut into the post? Well, when I went to move this big beast, I happened to just use my hand on this for a minute and like lifted it. It popped right out, the whole thing. And then this came out. Fun. So what I decided to do is get a dowel screw. So what this is a screw on both ends. All you're gonna do is screw the dowel into the newel post and then screw this into here. And away we go. Toit as a toiga. See? Much better. And we've come to the very last step. If you've come this far with me, I applaud you. We just have to paint. I'm going to use a chalk paint, which I've mentioned before. It's the Rust-Oleum chalk paint. There's so many versions of chalk paint. You can even make it yourself. I just happened to be in Home Depot when I grabbed this. Watch how fast this happens. Oh look, I'm sitting on my new bench. Look how fantastic this came out. Are you so excited? Because I know you want to try this at home. Remember guys, there is a treasure at the end of your curb somewhere. You just have to go find it. Thanks so much for watching guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Fix-A-Chick3 for more helpful DIY videos. Shoot me a message, let me know what other videos you'd like to see, and give me some feedback. I'd love to hear it. Just try and be nice. Thanks. I have to go now. I'm busy lounging on my new bench. Remember guys, you can do it yourself. Peace.